Okay, we need to go take a look at the... Means I gotta open some things on my computer. The realm sigils. Meaning we need to look at realm and rune. Meaning I need to get a bunch of Photoshop documents open on my computer. So we can figure out which countries have what going on with their realm sigils. So we have 4 left. Carrerica, Nuance, Morajai, Vera. Vera is a weird one to me. Its stamp is very strange. People riding turtles. Okay, in this run, I want to go back to the tomb. Towards the north, a new future. Which is not what her ladyship believed. Her ladyship believed towards the south there was a new future. What is my interpretation of that line? My interpretation at this exact point means basically insurrection. Basically the sort of project my mom and Caleb White, Manning and Philip White were working on. That Finn Ares can be torn down from the inside. Revolution in some ways. But in order to do that, we are going to have to flee towards the north. That's my assumption for what that means. Basically that, like, Finn Ares is so sort of broken that any future we may have will involve not staying here, but maybe making change and then leaving, or in some process. Something like that. Okay. Here's what we got. This is Carrerica. What do I know about Carrerica? Should be orange. Don't know on this front. In terms of library stamps, it's snowy. There's also sort of a, like, altar of some sort, which might make it spiritual, maybe. Unfortunately, spiritual has also been claimed by a different place before. We do know there is a... I call this Morajai, but it may not be. It may not be. There is a realm sigil, which is sort of... Which uses spiritual, uses heat, and uses the color pink. I think we've tried this. Let's go Morajai and change everything around until we get what we want. Heat, spiritual, pink. So on the center, we want how many lines? For naval, it's all the lines, okay, which we have. I think the way to solve this is to figure out which nation it is that we're working with to start. We have a half-done realm sigil. Let's figure this one out first. That'll give us a lot of information about the other ones. Okay, this one needs to be heat, which is wavy. That was the wrong button. We gotta go all the way around till we get to 8. Then this one. That is not correct. So, my guess. So if that isn't correct, then I don't think it's Morajai. Because Morajai, one, we had some suspicions it might not be. Because of... oh my god, we never talked about this, by the way. Et is east. We didn't... Okay, so... Assuming that this is actually... Hold up. We have to take a complete left... We have to take a complete pause because I don't want to forget to think about this. If this puzzle, the letter puzzle, is about Rajan, then we should take a look at it. So I don't know what Tor means, but I do know what lore means. Nope. Wait. I know what lore means and I know what Jor means, but I don't know what Tor means, right? Et means east. I'm 99% sure. We can check that from our final exam thing, right? So final exam, this puzzle, east. Okay. CIX. That could be a Roman numeral. Is the only thought I have. Because, like, something 9. So C is 1,000, or is it 100? It's 100. So, that could be 109? 109? Could be. I do not feel confident about that one. I feel very confident about East. We'll call this orange. We'll call this, yeah, like yellow. 109 question mark? Could be. I don't know. I don't know what AD means. I don't know what LO means. Could be a year. 109 AD. Just kidding. 6, you know, relatively confident what that means. I've heard of that before. Tor, we don't know. If we're just if every word here is 3 letters, then there's a chance that this next one is lore. Which means word, I believe. Yes. I don't know what AD means. So, So the other thing I was going to do is I was going to look at the Eurasian letter from the tomb and see if it has any of anything having to do with this stuff. Any word combinations, letter combinations like AD. Don't see anything. AD something. There's no AD really. There's DAU, which means day. The other question is if there is TOR. Which I don't believe so either. Okay, that feels like a little bit of a dead end there. I'm just scrolling through my notes real quick. I'm just looking for stuff, I'll be honest with you. Looking. Okay, I don't know. I think we may have to set that aside for now. Anyways. Maybe that's the start of something. Let's save that, close it, leave it for now. Okay, back to this. I thought Morajai needed to be pink here because I think everybody else's flags match, basically, or somewhat close. Morajai is just definitely going to be naval. I think this could be Turtleback Vera, is my next guess would be Turtleback Vera, because it looks like it's hot on the stamp. That looks kind of like a hot, I don't know, man. That's my only thing. So Vera is the puzzle piece looking one, which is this one. So we should change this to spiritual. Then I think go for Turtleback. Wrong button. Sorry, go for heat. Turtleback is the really funky looking one. It's really not even that funky. It just looks like a turtle. Like that. Then... Oh, I just... Fuck. I just went past it. Oh! Let's go. That's beautiful. Okay. So, let's go. So, in fact, what's confusing me is this. This part is confusing me. So, I think the border... 8 different borders, each one corresponding to a different color. They always respond to the banner and national colors of that realm. Doesn't make sense to me, but pink for Vera. That needs to be green. I must have missed something or messed something up, because my world map shows... My world map is the name of my thing. Pink? Question mark? I don't know why. I have it as white. And the thing is that if it's not white, something else is. Whereas Carrerica on this map is orange. Morajai is blue, but there is no blue. So maybe that's what it is we switch to those two. Green for Nuance makes sense. So, I think we put MJ question mark here. We need to change the name of the realm sigil we were just working with, because this is actually the lost and found rune is actually Vera. We need to confirm the rest of this information. So Vera is the spiritual one. Vera is the hot one. I think it might be pronounced Vera, just because the nation is like spelled a couple different ways. 1 R or 2 Rs, depending on where you find it, I think. Unless I also copied that information down wrong. Okay. Beautiful. Let's do some Morajai puzzle boxes and read some info. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at that little turtle back. Take some screenshots of some information. So this is door... number 7? Door number 7. I have them labeled by number for some reason, which does not make a lot of sense, but look at those little puzzle pieces. Okay. Let's read this. Despite my prejudice against Mother Nature, I own that I have deeply loved my time here at Vera, 2 Rs. The memories of the youthful trip I took here with my brother have been relentless, and as I have gotten older, I find less and less occasion to recollect on such trivial pleasures. One thing I do remember vividly, which has not lost a single speck of charm, are the famous turtles. Each visitor of Vera, upon arriving, is lent one of these hard-shell friends for the duration of their stay to serve as both steed, guide, no Oxford comma, god damn it, Herbert, and companion. I am still under the spell of island life, even if the weather here is much more severe than it was on Morajai. Okay. The Vera Express. Moravin. Double stamped. Gotta make sure it gets home. Okay. Morajai box, the variation. While Morajai boxes were never as popular in Vera as in other realms, pink tiles were eventually introduced based on the Veran people's devout respect of the sacred circle. That is a thing on the map. That is a thing on the map. That is a thing I have heard of. I know of the sacred circle. Nope, this one. The sacred circle. Which is Tor. So Tor is a thing. Tor, oh my god. I love it when this happens. I was like, I swear to God, I've seen Tor somewhere. Does it mean 46? Does it mean Sacred Circle? I don't know, but it's written right there. Tor. So that's amazing. We need to reopen the thing that we just closed on our computer. This is what I mean. You don't know you know something. You can know something, but you don't know that you know it. That's the wrong thing. Until it is... $46? Sacred Circle? Question mark? So, what do we take this to mean? Oh, shit. There's too many numbers. 8, 8, 58, 90, 46, 3, 5, 1, 7, 4, 6, 2, 8. I don't know what any of this means. This one is... dotted lines. The rest are solid. 58 plus 32 is 90 degrees, right? So that's what this is saying, I believe. 58 plus... 8 is 66, 74, 82, 90. Yes. 46, what this means, I have no idea. 90, 90, 46, I don't know. But that's a number that we know is important. We also know that the number 8 is important. It has a direction to it, clockwise. Sacred circle. Okay. That's confusing. Anyways, we have a Morajai puzzle box to try and solve. When these tiles are pressed, all adjacent and diagonal tiles rotate around the pressed circle. Okay, so how do I get 4 with 3? Make that... They're supposed to be pink? Oh, wait. So orange is the one that... Oh, fuck. Shit. Orange is the one that changes color if it's, like, surrounded. Although, technically, I don't think we would have... Like... I think we figured that out via, like... process of elimination, not via anything else. So we need to, in some way, shape, or form, get an orange piece with 2 pink pieces around it. Boom. I think if we can do that, it's like probably relatively easy. But I understand. Technically, you have... Boom. Okay. Okay, so now I just need to solve... This one is one where we're just going to spam the button a couple times because that might be the easiest way to do it. Why solve this one in your head when you can just solve it by... spamming the button? I think I'm having the same problem over and over again, though. Which is, I'm like one corner off here. How do you solve that? I'm just rotating the problem around the board. So how do you solve this? I need to get a piece to rotate into this position while not rotating any other pieces. I could hit this one to rotate this. It would, in fact, eventually go to the middle. If I hit this one, these two pieces... no, shit. These two pieces will never rotate to be across from each other here. This one I can hit a million times and nothing will happen. Okay. So here's what I need to do. I need to get the pieces beside each other. On, like... If I have one that I'm gonna be hitting this one to rotate, I need the pieces here and here, or here and here, until I rotate them around. So right now, I have 3 pieces beside each other in their rotation around this. But that is not actually close enough. So I need to... That should do it. Boom. Oh boy. Allowance up by 2. Okay. And more importantly, a great feeling of success deep in my heart for having solved that. So now that we know that, Morajai should be more solvable. Morajai should be... God damn it, I just looked down at my notes. Why didn't I look down at them earlier? They don't call it the White Sea of Yore for nothing. I just looked at the library stamp last time, the White Sea of Yore. So, Morajai should be... We don't know about the weather. Although Herbert just said that things were very fair. So Morajai, we're not sure on this front. Really don't know. There's three options. Assuming in this puzzle that one nation has to occupy each of the 8 slots, it's either academic, agricultural, or tribal. We do think that this one... So this one, there are 7 slots. My guess would be windy in order to sail, or straight because it is very normal according to what Herbert just said. So we have... I can close this. We're pretty sure we know the color, which is white. We're unsure here. If I had to guess, I guess I would say like... I guess I would say... I don't think Carrerica is going to be agricultural. I think Nuance is going to be academic. So my guess is that Morajai would need to be agricultural, and let's write all this shit down. So academic, mostly because Nuance manages to build a... this is a guess. I'll put a question mark on the end of it. They managed to build like dirigibles. Agricultural, it's cold as shit in at least one part of Carrerica. So I don't think so. I would guess more potentially tribal. Those are all big guesses. We don't know about Nuance here. Could also be windy because they have air power, you know? Here, we're pretty damn sure about Morajai. Nuance, we're pretty sure about. And then Carrerica. This one's interesting because there are 7, but 3 of them use locomotion. So one of them is going to be empty. Carrerica is snowy, so I would lean more towards horseback. But it is a question mark because that's just a guess. Let's take this information and see if we can't solve it. So, one thing at a time here for... Morajai, we are looking at probably, or maybe, agricultural, which is the 3 dots inside of the thing. There's a chance we could solve all of this right now. And if we do, I will be so happy. It'll be crazy. Nope, wrong one. Hit this one for weather in Morajai. We think is probably going to be like a version of normal. Let's go normal first. Normal. Oh my god, I just remembered we didn't screenshot. We got to screenshot. We got to screenshot. Got to stay on top of the note taking. We did not screenshot this one. Simply have to stay on top of the note taking. So this was the Vera realm sigil. Finished. Done. Beautiful. Back to Morajai. What the fuck is this game? We have straight, so then we need naval, which is all of them. All 8 lines, because you can go anywhere on the wide open sea. Then we need whatever. It's circles for white. Not different colored circles, but hollow circles. Let's go. Let's go! Perfect. 2 for 2 today. Okay, let's screenshot that sucker as Morajai finished realm sigil. This is exciting because you know what this means? This means we could solve the puzzle on rank 10 on rank 10 today. Is that a fruit? Oh, yeah, it is. Look at this shit. Beautiful. God, this is the place I want to go. If I had to spend if I had to take a vacation to one of these places. After a short sea voyage. Oh, interesting. From where? We arrived on the main island of Morajai last night in good spirits. The people here are belligerent in their politeness, and after spending a full day among the Jaiorail, I am just as afraid of eating another dish as I am of rejecting their offers. I may try to sneak away tomorrow and spend some time alone with my books, as I've noticed that each realm I have visited has one thing in common. They each have been short on solitude. Interesting. Been short on solitude. So this is door 6. Postcard. I'm calling them door when I should just call them by the nation. But I didn't know what I was doing when I started. I didn't know. I don't know why I did it this way. I just did. I called it door 6 rather than. Or I called it like door 1 rather than whatever it was. Okay. Morajai boxes. Fun for the family. Popular in the early 30s among both the peerage and common crowds. Is this the exact same piece of paper I found in the master bedroom? I think it could be. It sure looks like it. Cool. Traditional 3x3. Yes, same box. Cool. Or same piece of paper. Cool. Interesting. We need. Yellow goes like north, right? This can make things rotate around. Yeah, okay. And then white does what again? Okay, white like splits. The specific, does it say right on that piece of paper that I just got rid of? Probably. Each white tile can be pressed like a button, which will change the color of that tile and the surrounding squares. That's all that it says. Okay. So from here, yellow can go up, meaning we can rotate. That's our rotation. So pink will rotate us around. Yellow will go up. We need to find a way. This becomes 4. So technically, we could, I think, just rotate around the center enough times. Oh, this is interesting, actually. To line them up in 4 different spots, is that correct? Easiest one yet. Cool. Dope. Dope, dope, dope. Okay. So that's 2 done. Let's go get Carrerica and Nuance because they both should be very easy to solve. And then I think we can actually, we have the footsteps to get out of here. Maybe draft. Go north, go into the room. And hopefully read all of the postcards and figure out, this is Carrerica, and figure out what order Herbert traveled through the 8 nations. Oh my god, this is so exciting. Okay, so for Carrerica, we need to update our thing so far. So Morajai was indeed white. It was indeed naval capabilities. It was indeed very normal weather. And it was agricultural, meaning it had a lot to trade. Excellent. So Carrerica, we'll start with tribal as our guess. Oh shit, which is the one we were just on. I clicked it without thinking. We were already there. Okay. Tribal. Then we look at the second, meaning we are looking for snow, which is the one that has dots alongside the line. Along the line. There you go. We are looking at horseback, most likely, which is 4 like that. And then we are looking at orange, which is triangles. Now, horseback here is the question mark. That is triangles. So let's see. Okay. So, am I utterly sure that's the type of triangle I want? Orange? Yes, that is yellow. That's not it. That's not it. Yeah, I think it's this. So, the fact that that is wrong means something is wrong here. And my guess would be horseback. So, what we know about Carrerica on a world map. It's huge. Could be camels, I guess. But it's got snow. So I don't know about that. Colder realms for sure. We think that to be true. Could be wrong about the tribal. Schools, universities, and libraries. Hold up. Universities? This would be a crazy pull if this is the correct guess. Where'd you go to school? Small sleeping quarters, devoid of frills. Where did you go to school? Do I have any photos saved from Dormitory? I don't think I do. It says state. It says F right there. Let's try switching, because the thing I feel least confident about is the tribal nuance, like the academic and tribal thing. Let's try switching that. Which would mean switching the very top to a 3 vertical line. Okay, that is not it either. So then horseback becomes the thing I'm most curious about. So if we don't pick horseback for Carrerica, first off, let's take a look back at what we know, right? The different hearts, that's true, the different hearts. We could call it spiritual. What do we know about Carrerica? Like, I don't think I know shit. Snowy mountains is what I have written down. We should look at the maps, the better in-depth maps. Carrerica is in the center of this thing, which makes no sense to me in terms of why would you put one of the nations at the center. There's also a diamond, which I don't know what the fuck that is, so I don't know that that even makes any sense. The Seeker of Signs. The Devoted Circle. The Devoted Moon. The Rogue Moon. The Outer Circle. Mora. Is Mora our world? Does Mora mean like Earth? Because that is a word that I don't think I know. Oh my god, we're so deep in the fucking Matrix right now. Because it's a word I don't exactly know on our letter, but it would make entirely sense to call it our world. We should put a question mark besides always, because I still don't know that I know that too. Call that white. Okay. I think that's correct. I think Mora, I think I'm looking at, where was it? I think that's what that is. These are the different planets. Mora is the one we're on. I think Mora is like the name of our planet. The Isles of Orzi. So what we're looking for here is anything having to do, one of these things has a, one of these maps has something to do with not this map, it's the other one. It has the that's the same one right here. It has the 5 hearts, has this, the South Key, diamond. What is diamond? The fuck does diamond mean in this world? Morajai, it has a ship right there. That's interesting. Carrerica. The Great Tress. So a lot of mountains. Moraven, I don't know what that means. The Spiral of Stars. This is our planet. These are the planets. This is our planet. Mora. The North Circle. This shit. I don't know. I don't know what to make of the Carrerica, sorry, the Carrerica. Situation. I don't know what I'm missing. I think probably what we should do here is just try a different method of travel. Now, cold places can be deserts, but the definition to me of arid just means dry, right? Little to no rain, no vegetation. Okay. So I think what we should try here is probably... We can try camels. We have to switch the outside back to the triangles. Because that we're pretty sure about. Okay, and then very quickly, because we called it academic, let's switch it back to tribal. Something here is gonna work. I just don't know what it is. Okay, so that is bad news because that means we need to double up on one of our methods of travel here. What's the one that does that? Is it this one? This is turtleback, which if it's turtleback, I'll eat my shoe. I don't think it's turtleback. Let's try naval. More than one country could have naval, you know, supremacy. Was that the one I just wanted? No, I want 3 vertical lines for academic. We're sort of brute forcing this last one. I will admit that. Do I like how that feels? Not necessarily. 4 is roads. But we only have 2 left, and my guesses aren't working. And so I'm curious what the right answer is, and we're about to learn something about Carrerica. Okay, so interesting. Roads. Roads in Carrerica. I would not have guessed that. It did end up being academic. So I wonder if I wonder if Dormitory isn't doesn't have something to say with Carrerica on it. I don't remember, but I wonder. So this one is probably Nuance for tribal. Carrerica here is green, 100% correct. So, uh-oh. However, it's actually roads. And orange. Okay. We're learning. Take some screenshots. That means one more after this. This is very exciting. Now, hold up. Wait. Hold up. I have an idea. So, did... Oh! I wonder if this is the clue. Not on roads. I wonder if Dormitory isn't Carrerica. For some reason, Dormitory and Carrerica in my head lines up. I don't know. I don't remember, though. I may be entirely wrong. Maybe if I go back to Dormitory, it'll have an entirely different, like, sign up. But the letter says it's going to get too cold. My classes have been engaging. Things are looking brighter. 3 years is too long to be away from home. Wedding doves. The something here. HEW means house. Something house life suits me, I think. Not that I didn't love Mount Holly. After years of being in a... This might just mean, like, married. Or, like... The, like, shit. Oh, my God. That is... It is Arajan. It is Arajan. Because MA means, Is it together? No, what does it mean? Together? No, what does it mean? The small house. The small house life. I was thinking of towards. The small house life suits me, I think. Not that I didn't love Mount Holly. Huge house. Tiny dormitory. Small... Oh my God. It's everywhere. Arajan is everywhere. Small place we picked out feels more like a stately manor. Once we finished unpacking, setting everything up, I'll insist on making you an exception to your reclusive lifestyle to come share a meal. Admire our somewhat less impressive but much more personal. Somewhat less impressive but much more personal view of the town. Okay. SD. Turning east. I think that's like after we robbed the place. Okay. What door is this? Is this door 5? I think so. Holy shit, we're gonna have it all done. It's a little, like, oven. There have been fewer and fewer opportunities the further we travel up into the mountains to attend to my correspondence, and I find myself regretting having brought so many books, as this is the first realm I have visited without porters. Here, every person is expected to carry their own belongings, and if you can't, you throw away that which is expendable. It's looking like I'll be bringing back less souvenirs than I had planned. I never expected to appreciate the cold, but the frigid weather here is a welcome relief coming from the sweltering shores of Vera. Each postcard tells you where they just were. P.S. I ended up forsaking all but one of my books. Mount Ephros, Carrerica, School of Drafting. Oh. Mount Ephros, sorry, Mount Ephros. So if we read all of the postcards back to back, we should have an understanding of where they went in what order. Oh my God, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. This is a beautiful puzzle. I love it so much. The university variation of Morajai box, 100% dormitory has something to do with Carrerica. I figured it out, 100%. We'll have to go back and check, but it's just... It's known for its universities. Far from the port towns of the lesser islands, the academies of Carrerica were among the last strongholds where the puzzle box fad spread. Unlike other realms whose regional rule variations emerged organically over time, the students of Carrerica designed orange tiles by committee, voting on student-submitted designs, picking the one they felt best represented the realm. When these tiles are pressed, if the majority of adjacent tiles share a color, the pressed tile will change to that color. We need to get everything to be orange. Green flips. Purple does what again? So this is tough because we need them to So this is tough because you don't need to change to orange. You need to avoid changing orange to something else. Meaning we have very few moving pieces on this puzzle. We have one gray, one blank that black that we can rotate through. We have one green that we can rotate through. But orange won't do anything in most situations. We do have 5 of them, so we could technically change one of them to another color if we felt like it. Purple does go south. Okay, that makes sense. Araja. So what we need to do here is get what needs to be in the center. I would say probably a purple in the center. How do we solve that? We can get a purple up here. A purple in the center would be like this. Now, from there... Oh boy, this is interesting. That is 2. Oh, this is so interesting. That's 3. That's 4. Let's go. Oh, they're the most challenging things to solve in a way that makes any sense what is coming out your mouth. But I'm really enjoying solving Morajai boxes. I'm really loving them. I mean, we're here. Why not fucking do it? It's happening. It's all happening today. Cancel your plans, baby. It's probably going to get split up into a couple episodes because I've been recording for 2 hours already, but that leaves 1. Oh my god, it is a diamond. Oh wait, Nuance is a diamond. Oh, I'm so dumb. Nuance is a diamond. Okay. I totally missed that earlier. So, one at a time here. Nuance should probably be tribal. Nuance should probably be windy. Why? I don't know. What does the stamp look like for Nuance? Oh yeah. Air travel. Duh. The worst part about this is I've had to poop for so long. You think I'm going to take a break playing Blueprints to poop? Hell no. No way. My guess is windy. My guess is aviation, which is all vertical. Like all above the horizon line. That's what I should say. There. And then the outside should be green, which is, I think, the weird looking... That one. And we're wrong. So, what is wrong about it? What is wrong about it? Tribal, I don't think makes a ton of sense. I think aviation makes a lot of sense. And I think wind makes sense. But let's switch tribal out and see what happens. If it weren't tribal, primitive and they can make dirigibles does not make a lot of sense. I do think they do join arguments. So while we could technically just click the button every time, my next guess would probably be martial or industrial. Let's go martial, because I think they've joined some wars before. Let's go. That feels good. That feels good to get that right, despite getting it wrong first, you know? Okay. I have to go use the restroom. I'll be right back. Curses to my small bladder. Unfortunately, this run still continues. So let's take a break while Ryan of the past had to go use the restroom. Let's take a break here to pause the episode, and we'll come back in the next episode with even more of this run yet to watch. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for spending your time with me. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to like the video. Until then, bye-bye.